Hi everyone, we're going to be looking at quadrilaterals, find missing angles in quadrilaterals, and then graphing quadrilaterals. Okay, so the first one here, parallelogram has an angle that measures 170 degrees, while it measures the other three angles of the parallelogram. Okay, so what's a parallelogram look like? So let's draw one out. Okay. So this angle and this angle are going to be congruent. And then these two opposite angles are going to be congruent as well. So in this one, they give us one angle. So let's just pick one. Let's just say it's 170 degrees. It's going to be that one right there. So this one over here, I mark it out a different color. This is going to be 170 degrees as well. And then I need to find the two missing angles right there. So you got A and A. Let's just use a variable, and we're going to use A for this sake. So all these are going to be equal to 360. So parallelogram is going to always be equal to 360. So one thing I can do is 2 times 170. I can always do 170 plus 170. It's going to be the same. So I'm basically going to add up all the angles. Okay. Let me do this real quick. A plus A is going to be equal to 360. Okay. So 170 times 2, or 170 plus 170 is going to be 340. And then if I add the two A's together, this should just be 2A. Oops, one moment here. Let me move this over. So 340 plus 2A is equal to 360. So from here, I'm going to subtract 340 from both sides. I'm left with 2A is going to be equal to 20. Okay, and I'll divide 2 from both sides. These cancel out. This is going to become 10. So A is going to be equal to 10. So my other two sides are going to be 10 and 10. So let's just double check it. You can always double check it there. 170 plus 170 plus 10 plus 10 should equal 360. If you want to double check it in your calculator, you always can. And when I do that, it is equal to 360. All right, let's do this next one. So they give us one angle again. And then we're going to have to solve for the other three. Okay, so in this one right here, they're going to be equal to 360. The one angle they give us is 160. And then now we got to find the other two angles. So A plus A, there's 2 missing. And then we know from parallelogram, this is going to be the same as the other side. So it's going to be 160 plus 160 equals 360. Okay, so if I add those up, 160 times 2. All right, so save you a little bit of time here. We got subtracting 320 from both sides because I know 2 of the sides already. So this is going to come down to 40 is going to be equal to 2A. So my missing side, this is going to be A, and this one we already know is 160. And the other side we know is 160 right there. So these are all adding up to 360. That's a plus sign. All right, so then from here, we're just going to divide 2 from both sides, and then A is going to be equal to 20. So my 2 other sides are going to be 20, 20, and then 160. All right, look at the next one here. You have a parallelogram. One measure is 14 degrees. So again, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. So 14. Oops. Oh. All right. So parallelogram, I know 2 opposite sides are going to be congruent, and then the other 2 are as well. So 2 red angles and the 2 blue angles are. They've given us one, so let's use the red angle as 14. So then we know that the other one is going to be 14 as well, and then plus 2b. So it's a variable we'll say is b this time. We're going to try to solve for b. Okay, it's going to be 360. Okay, so one of them I already know. Just going back here, I know this angle is going to be 14. I'm trying to solve for this one and this one. Okay, so 28 plus 2b is 360. I'm going to subtract 28 from both sides. I come down here to 332 is equal to 2b, and I'm going to subtract both sides by 2. Okay, so that's going to give me that the two missing sides are 166. So 166, 166, and then plus what they've given us right there, 14, and this should be all equal to 360. Okay, so you can always double check. I always like to go back and double check. So using my calculator, 166 plus 166, 332 plus 14 plus 14, and that's going to give me 360. So this should be correct there. All right, we're going to do one more. So jump into the next level. We're just working with decimals. So it's just going to make it a little bit more challenging, take a little bit more time. But otherwise, it's the same thing, solving for that parallelogram. So knowing that it all is equal to 360, and then find the other sides. So b plus, and they give us 40.4. So 40.4 is going to be the other missing side. So I know that right away. So that'd be 40.4. And I just need to solve from here. So these two combined are going to be 80.8, and plus 2b. So b plus b is going to be 2b, and that's going to be all equal to 360. Okay, so I subtract 80.8 from both sides. 360 minus 80.8. That's going to give me 279.2 is equal to 2b. I'll just I divide both sides. Make sure I have a decimal there. That's important that you have that by 2. So doing that should give us b is equal to 139.6. And then you can add all this up to double check it, 139.6 plus 139.6, and then plus our given right there is 40.4, and this should all equal to 360. So just double check that, and if it gets to 360, then it's correct. If not, make sure you go back and double check the math, and make sure it gets to 360. Okay, so that's the main part about that